The live streaming only became kind of possible this year with data plans
Yeah.
and
I always come to this park,
uh-huh.
but the first time I see you guys
This is
here.
the first time at this park we've
Okay.
been. Like for the last 7 events, we were at Echo Park, and
Okay.
a month, 2 months ago, we were at Rose Bowl Park,
I
and we've
see.
been trying different parks around Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one's nice and close to me.
Mm.
Okay, so we're live. I'm here live with Lee, Lei, and we're talking about does liberalism enable fascism? And she was telling me that in the COVID situation, during an emergency, the government should take a lot more control because, in general, people are not listening to the experts and following the rules well enough. There has to be some extra control during an emergency situation, and when it's not an emergency, we can take a lot more time to discuss and come to an agreement, come to consensus. Is that what I've heard so far?
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
sir. I think because in reality, the government have the real power of control of
Yeah.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
They have the expert, like the information, everything.
Uh-huh.
So only the government can decide when is the best timing to do the right thing. If
Okay.
we shut down the city
Yeah.
completely much earlier, people have to wear masks, sanitizer, and then the government would come out with some expert or maybe some staff, to clean around the city to kill all the germs or virus. And
Yeah.
I think the situation should be able to improve much earlier
Yep.
instead of people keep protesting, spreading out, against the lockdown, and they want job or everything. And I really understand majority they need the job, pay the bill.
Sure.
But when we think about the long term in the future, about the kids, the future, how long the pandemic damaged the economy,
Yeah.
and I think the certain months of locking down early is
Yeah.
a must. Otherwise, right now we are facing the situation is uncertain.
Yes.
The cases number keep rising up, the death toll is rising up, and the scientists keep saying the same. Wear masks and doing the same thing.
Right.
Nothing changed yet. Even though we will have the vaccine coming up, I still feel positive. Like the
Yeah.
expert and the government, they pay the responsibility is good, for the vaccine. However, still uncertain.
Yeah.
And we don't know how many people will lose their life, how many family will lose their
Sure,
loved ones.
sure.
So it's very important. And I
Yeah.
think government must draw a line between emergency and non-emergency situation to
Okay.
take the control.
Okay, very good. Do you have any examples of governments where they did it the way you wanted it done? Do you have any examples? I assume that the U.S. did not do it the way you want, right?
You mean US?
Yeah, that here we did not do it the way you wanted it done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any examples of where they did do it the way you would want it done?
Oh, I see. I think the US government, they did something. They did lock down the city for certain months.
Yes.
However, the rules are very blur
Uh-huh.
and it's different by law in the different states.
Yeah.
And what I heard from my friend about the Singaporean government, what they
Okay.
do, they actually locked down the city very early when they heard that COVID-19 can spread over humans.
Uh-huh.
So the government set up a law. Everybody, when you go out, you must wear masks
Uh-huh.
6 feet apart. And
Yeah.
they would send some officer or maybe policeman
Yeah.
to go down the city to check everybody.
Yeah.
If they caught you apart, you guys are apart, but it's not 6 feet yet, they will give you a fine.
Okay.
So you have to pay certain money as a penalty.
Okay.
If you have a certain intensity, they will put you in jail,
Okay.
to take it serious. And then I heard the Singaporean government, after doing this, and the city is much better to
Okay.
control the COVID situation.
Okay. So Singapore was an example where they did it much
Yeah.
more aggressively.
Yeah,
They put very clear fines. They did not say it's voluntary or it's up to you if you want to follow. They just said, no, here's the rule, do the thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's very strict,
We'll
the
fix it.
government. Yeah.
Okay, and so they did, and in Singapore, is it correct? I haven't followed I don't know these
Yeah.
statistics. Is it correct that they had a much lower death count per
Yeah.
capita?
So after the law set up, when I follow the number, which is much better, like the
Yeah.
number was under control, and there is certain periods like people don't need masks, for a while.
Yeah.
But there is second wave or something. There is something change, also in terms of the weather and the virus also maybe change
Yeah.
to be more aggressive, This
Maybe.
is something different. But what I'm saying is when you see the dangers
Yeah.
and I see the Singaporean government, okay, let's do this,
Yeah.
right away. So they have the first round control first. And it's different, when I just compare the number with like them and USA.
Uh-huh.
And I know Singapore is a very small city.
Sure.
Some people may argue, it's different. USA is very huge, many states,
Right.
But I'm thinking about is the concept, the logic. Maybe we can.
I think like Singapore and Los Angeles City or New York City,
Yeah,
it's very similar.
yeah,
Yeah, it's very dense.
uh-huh,
And
yeah,
there's a lot of country outside of that, but
Yeah.
that's not really what we mean. We just mean in this area.
Yeah.
I think it's similar.
yeah, exactly.
Singapore, London,
Ex- Yeah. And I feel like the government can do something, and
Okay.
only they can do something.
Okay, only the government can solve a problem like this. They're the only ones with enough power.
Exactly,
and
by
enough knowledge.
law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any examples of countries that went right on the other side? They did almost completely hands off. Did it go well for them?
Well, since COVID, I didn't travel a lot,
Uh-huh.
but like I'm seeing what in USA.
Hmm.
When I go to the supermarket, some people they don't care. They
Yeah.
still don't have any mask. Even with the kids, they don't have any mask. Like there is some supermarket, they have a sign. If you don't have mask,
Yeah.
you cannot go in.
Right.
So what
That's
I see
everyone that I've seen has
exactly.
that sign.
So
Yeah.
what I see is like people out of the door, they don't wear masks.
Oh, they
before
just
they
walk
go
out to the
in-
door and take it off.
Yeah, exactly. Just inside the supermarket. But it's not the real way you can stop the virus spread,
Okay.
So I see some company, they are doing the right thing. But what I see in the environment, USA, even though in this park, when you
Mhm.
walk around, some people, they still carefree,
Mhm.
no masks at all.
Hmm. So, let me ask about masks.
Hmm.
Your confidence on the effectiveness of masks.
Yeah.
If this is masks will stop the pandemic completely and
Uh-huh.
masks don't matter at all,
Uh-huh.
where would you find yourself here?
I would say mask is 95%
Okay.
being able to solve that.
Okay.
But what I learned from my friend, she is a nurse,
Okay.
and she educate me there is certain type of mask. They can block 95% of the
Yep.
virus and the germs.
Yes.
So for the particle, I don't know is that particle, it's not my profession, but
Right.
what she explained me is for this
Like water
molecule.
droplets, tiny droplets of water that carry
the virus
yeah.
of COVID-19, they fall into the 95% category. So some masks, maybe like the one you are using,
Yeah.
they can screen out 95%, including COVID-19,
Okay.
That would be safe. So I follow her guardian because
Yeah.
she's a nurse studying the article,
Yeah.
then told me. So I only buy certain types of masks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I think he's got one of those 95 masks. I don't know what this one's supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's just a disposable mask I can buy in a package at the
Oh,
drugstore.
you talk
so I
about
don't really know.
N95. That
Yeah.
was another type. But she explained even the type of mask
Oh,
you're
this one?
using.
Yeah.
Is like the material of the mask.
Yeah.
They can block 95% of the
Okay.
viruses.
Good.
So I think yes, probably yours is fine. But some of the masks, it just maybe made by someone is not at that
Yeah.
expertise. They
If
didn't do
it's
the
just
check.
one layer of
Yeah.
nylons or something, it's
Yeah.
probably not effective enough.
Yeah. She educated me. She said like those type
Window
of
screening.
masks,
You know?
like 3 layers. Yeah.
Okay, 3
Normally,
layers matters. Okay.
Yeah, 3 layers with certain kind of material. She say that, but I don't know the terminology.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either. Okay, so hypothetically, this is information we don't know. I'm looking for what's the kind of information that you like. So hypothetically, if you learn something tomorrow, what kind of hypothetical could move your confidence up, reduce your sliver of doubt that masks are really effective? What could you learn to think that masks are more effective than you think now?
You mean the information related to the mask?
Yep.
I would like to see if the manufacturer of the mask, like if they make when they make it, do they follow certain kind of rules and regulation with the recognized scientists approve?
Okay.
Many people can say many things,
Yeah.
but you don't know if you are not following the strict guideline from the expert. Only the expert can tell, and I'm not expert.
Oh. So if the manufacturers were following good expert criteria and guidelines,
Yeah.
you would think their masks would be more certain.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And just for the expert, they were monitored by the professional organizations. Yeah.
Okay. So if they're being monitored and they're following all the rules, you'd have higher confidence in that mask,
Yeah.
that maker's masks.
Yeah, and I would also see the organization, like for example, maybe I don't know, maybe CDC and
Okay.
FDA.
Center for
Oh.
Disease Control and the Federal Drug FDA, Federal Drug Administration, Food and Drug Administration,
Yeah,
FDA?
something like that. Yeah.
something like that. Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Because like there are certain organizations, they have more expert
Yeah.
and scientific research to back up the saying.
Okay.
So only for these type of organization they monitor, and I would trust more.
Okay.
And sometimes there is other organization, maybe they find some other information or other backup, but if I don't know that, and I don't know if I should feel confident enough to trust the source of the information.
Okay. All right. So the hypothetical goes the other way.
Yeah.
What kind of information would move your needle this way to where you have less confidence that the masks were effective? And I'm not so much thinking about masks from just one manufacturer, but just like in general, like the ones that I can reach.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I would put 50%.
Hold on a second. My producer's talking to me, yes? Okay. He says thumbs up. Okay. Okay, thank you. Let me start over with the question. What could you learn that would reduce your confidence that masks were effective?
Uh, you mean like from the very beginning, the information?
Well, like right now you're at 95% that masks are an effective way to address this problem. What could you learn? Doesn't have to be a true thing. What kind of thing could you learn that would reduce your confidence that masks were effective?
Oh, okay. I think it depends on the professional, the expert, the scientific support related to the mask manufacturing process.
Okay.
If they were supported by some organization with the right guidance to monitor the whole process, I would trust more.
Okay.
Because those organizations, sometimes if I don't know the name, I would not know if they were hired by some kind of, different political point of view,
Okay.
So,
If you don't recognize who they are, you might think that they were bringing this information for bad reasons.
or maybe
they
for
were biased.
for the politics, for the business reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. What if I had someone come up to me and said, I got COVID and I was wearing a mask the whole time. I don't, the mask doesn't work. One person who says, I got it, I was wearing a mask.
Uh-huh.
Would that move your your confidence at all?
I would have my own consideration first.
Uh-huh.
Who is this person speaking to me?
Okay.
If he come to me because of some reasons, like someone behind want him to say something to me, or he needs some help or opinion. And the second thing, I would think, what kind of mask he is using.
Okay.
Where did they buy? Who is the manufacturer? Who give him the mask?
Yeah.
So what I see is not only what he say to me or what kind of mask he's using.
Yeah.
The purpose of the speech, the source of the information. This is my major concern.
Yeah. Yeah. So I heard this was months ago. There was a hair cutter, somebody who did haircut, and they got COVID. And while they had COVID, they wore a mask and continued to cut people's hair. And apparently nobody else got sick. Would that move you up or down?
I have a friend. She's what is it? She's a barber. Yeah. So she cut hair in a salon. When I see her and she told me like, oh, sometimes it's too much, I feel suffocate. So during the work, she did take off the mask. But sometimes she know that, oh, I have to put it on, so to do it. So even though the person he say or your friend say to me, I don't mean to judge anybody.
Yeah.
But from my knowledge, when I see my friend, I would consider, I don't know how she wear the mask in her way.
Okay.
So maybe she take it off, or maybe she didn't seal. Is a seal? Like there is some masks. Maybe it's too big for you.
Yeah.
But you have the air in. I don't know how you wear the mask, and I don't know what type of mask you are using.
Okay.
And I don't know, is that because of the haircut, the job you're doing?
Right.
Because I learned from my friends, the nursing friends, who told me, even though the COVID right now, they can live in the air for 72 hours,
wow.
She say. So she say, like, if someone passed by, he got COVID, but he is asymptomatic. But the problem, the asymptomatic, but the COVID can be alive. If I pass by, like I'm jogging, then I take off the mask, I just breathe, and I can breathe in the COVID, even like less than 1 second. So later, like someone, if she come across this situation, go back to work, doing the salon, cutting the hair, you feel sick, but it may be not because of, you are holding the mask in the salon, doing a haircut with someone else. Maybe you got it somewhere else you didn't know. Less than 1 second, you can have it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it doesn't relate to if I believe in mask a lot, based on what my friend educate me.
Yeah. So I'm sort of setting a trap because I gave you two anecdotes where I just said one person, one example, and I agree that shouldn't move me. I agree I should not change my mind based on one person's example, almost no matter what.
You think the same, right?
I think the same. I think anecdote does not. I think the plural of anecdote is not data.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
It's not data.
Because motivation, as you say, I don't know bias. I don't know their details.
Yeah.
There are too many unknowns to know.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for this conversation. I've enjoyed it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the question. I enjoy it so well.
In Street Epistemology, I try very hard to not argue from an alternate position. Which makes me neutral and makes me almost like I'm not trying to tell you anything about, like I'm hiding. And I don't want to hide behind that. So if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to openly tell you. I just want to not argue against your position while you're expressing it. So you're welcome to ask me any questions if you like. if it
So
helps.
what do you mean in terms of epiology? Like your position is hard
Street
to
epistemology, that's the method that we've been doing, or that I've been doing with you.
Uh-huh.
Which, to summarize it, it's to ask you your reasons and your authorities and how you come to understand, and for me to very much not try to convince you either way. Try not to. I want to wiggle your needle. I want to push it, but I want to push it one way as much as the other. Because I'm not trying to push it any particular direction. I'm trying to see if it's stuck.
Okay.
If you were stuck on a position and you couldn't think of anything that would move you either direction, that would be an indication that you didn't understand how to bring in data to change your mind. You wouldn't know how to recognize what could or should change your mind. Things like that. So that's what the epistemology of this whole thing is. It's modeling critical thinking, describing how to reasonably come to understanding, how to come to conclusions.
Is here an experiment here? What is the purpose of this?
It's not an experiment. This is. It would be nice if this were an experiment. We're not that organized.
Okay.
We're doing this in order to create teaching examples of how to have this kind of conversation, because this is about being able to converse with anybody, no matter whether you agree with them or not. It turns out I do agree with you.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't matter.
Okay.
If I do my job right, it wouldn't matter whether I agreed with you or not. And we could have a good conversation. I think polarization is a huge problem. Many people in this country will look at a huge group of people that's not where they are, and they won't take any information from them. They just will say, no, you're not worth listening to, and they will only listen to people that already agree with them, which means they can't learn if they're wrong.
I see.
And I think that's really bad for us. So I'm not pushing for any particular position other than I would like for us to get good at learning when we're wrong and fixing it.
I see.
That's my position. Get better at learning. Get better at listening.
Okay, I appreciate that. It's a nice conversation, and
Thank
I'm
you.
happy that I joined. Thank you.
Thank you. We'd like to give you one of those squeezy puzzle pieces if you want it. The green, or I'm sorry, the blue, the red, the yellow. And you can take
You
one
mean
of
this
those.
one?
Yep. You can take one of those three if you like.
What is that for?
It's a squeezy, and it's an obvious bribe to have you come back for more conversations, because you might want to collect the other two.
Oh, I see.
And otherwise, it's just a squeezy for your hand.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I take
And
it.
it makes a gear, which is sort of like your gears going together when you're thinking well.
Yeah.
Or your gears are clashing when you have cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's true. Thank you. I appreciate
you.
that. Yeah. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Okay. I'm hearing Reed say that one more hour at most, and that the park closes in an hour and a half, so we can't go more than an hour more, or we won't have time to pack out. Great. Set it to title, and how will we, and will I turn off the stream? Okay. And the Twitch stream's just gonna keep going out. Okay, and I'll leave it to the title screen when we shut off. Very good. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. Thank you very much, FK. Thank you for the extra wonderfuls today. All right. Yes. All right. So Kimberly is talking to Lee. I see Mind Onion and Threeks are typing. Good night, Mind Onion. Yes, I will try to pay attention. If I'm not directly engaging with somebody, if I am, I tend to not read enough of the text to keep up with everything. That was odd behavior.
Everyone wants to know how to see their video.
Yes, we definitely want to think about that in. I think of the business cards
Yep.
should have whatever is about the closest. I'm probably going to have to hit up Threeks or someone for helping making a 1 or 2 QR codes to put on the back of the thing. I don't really know what I'm asking for. Something that makes it really nice and easy for.
If you can manage to get Juggling Lessons channel without a QR code, they can understand that because they're looking at his Cordial Curiosity channel.
Yes.
And going, can I find it here? They understand that.
Yep. Okay.
People
Okay,
get
so
YouTube.
youtube.com/juggling lessons. That's probably enough.
Yep.
Okay.
People can type in a search bar.
Yep. So here, sorry. I see you with a microphone.
Yep, that was good.
Good.
Lots of people here now at the park.
Yep. Lots of people, kids with balls to kick. And you are up.
Right.
Huh? I haven't even started it. I want to. I haven't even started that coffee. Okay, that side's all wiped down, right?
Yep.
Good. So I'm going to type in post read.
Post
and
read.
Guess
Oh, host read.
nobody.
Yeah, just switch to the ultra wide.
Okay. Ultra wide, you say? All right. Refreshing that. Otherwise, it's okay. Yeah.
Oh, no file.
Thank you.
Getting a little chilly. Here's some headphones if you want them.
Thank you. Is that empty?
Pretty much, yeah. Sure, I need to switch my audio back to louder. That's better. Ooh, chilly. So for those not aware, I am doing live streams also at 7:30 to 9 o'clock p.m. Monday through Friday, where I'm streaming a big screen VR Street Epistemology sessions. If you're not aware of what big screen is, it's a app on virtual reality headsets that allows you to watch kind of virtual movies in virtual movie theaters, but it also gives you the ability to go into other environments. There's this little campfire environment. It's very nice, and it allows you to host rooms up to 4 people, at least on my headset. So I restrict it to 2 people. I host a room that says short friendly interviews with Street Epistemology, and so far it's been going fairly well. Should be on again tonight at 7:30 after I watch The Mandalorian. Hello, Duffer Winker on Twitch. Yeah, I'm fairly certain this park closes at 5 p.m. I think.
Was it 5 p.m. or sundown?
I think.
Either way,
I'm not
we'll
sure.
be down before then.
Yeah. The parking app said something. Maybe I got an email about it. Oop, I just saw an email saying V-Wing, the person who I met in big screen. He was familiar. He was watching my Twitch stream, and so he jumped on the big screen and met up with me. We did a convo, and then he stuck around and recorded from his headset like a wide shot of my virtual character talking with other people, and we switched out, and he did a conversation 2 days ago. If you go to my Twitch highlights, you'll see that. And I just saw an email that he uploaded the file from last night. That's nice. I can do a claim if needed, Edison says. Sure. Let's see if we can get someone in person. Hello.
Free water. And we're doing free speech if you're up for an interview. About what? Anything you choose.
Yeah.
Any topic you like.
Is it recorded?
Yes. And live stream.
Wow.
Or,
Thanks for the offer.
Sure.
Pretty cool idea.
thank you. Lots of little kids in these little bicycles.
Is this on? It is.
Yes. See if you can say things without stroking out.
Oh, sure. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, I think it was. It's not that it's perfectly easy or anything, but it is a singing thing that we do where we have to be able to speak and sing while somebody in the next section over is doing something that's just completely messing us up.
Yeah.
So being able to turn out what's coming in on the audio channel is kind of important to be able to just reveal from inside.
Uh-huh.
But I'm probably not speaking like I usually do. I'm probably like forced.
What is your claim, Addison? Or we could end the show with a game show session.
Sure.
How many people are watching on Discord right now? 11. It's okay to punch Nazis in circumstances where I'd object for other people, or something like that. Interesting.
So punching Nazis.
Let's try to find someone else Just walking by.
Okay. Free water.
Oh, no, thank you. Yeah.
What's one?
Yep. The doggies all want the free water.
It's just a mobile playpen.
Yeah, that's cool. Free water. We're also doing free speech, but free water. Free water. Free water. I think this has an intimidation factor.
Yeah. I'll mute that for now. It's on need blue. Nope, not that one. Read frame. No. Read frame. Nope. There. And then wide. Nope. Wide is not working.
Why is not? Oh, it's not right.
So unresponsive, this thing.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm trying to switch it, and it's not working.
Your request is crossing the Atlantic.
It's going to space, maybe.
Yep.
Or across that cable under the ocean.
Yeah, maybe. When I find it unresponsive like that, I pull it down and refresh. Then pull it back up.
There we go.
Did somebody put in a QR code for us? Yes.
Did they?
Nice.
Okay. I've got a QR code on the back of my card. I think it goes to my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Should I change that to something else? Well, I already ordered a bunch of cards, so I'm stuck with that for at least a few more months.
Yeah. I'm gonna do something with that. That's one of those things that's gonna take me a couple of days. I gotta figure out what actually needs to be on the card and then run it past a bunch of people and make something.
Yeah. Somebody says on Twitch, Jesus Christ, how are you guys always in some beautiful locations? This is did you guys just get that? Dolly hitting the soccer ball. Yeah, today we are in some park near downtown LA.
Yep.
LA Historic Park. I don't know how
Yeah, this
historical it is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's just on the north edge of Chinatown. The map calls it Chinatown Park.
Yeah, the
Free
iPhone
water.
keeps the right exposure. That's nice. And I like the framing of the trail. Yeah. Yeah. So Chinatown is nearby?
Yeah, Chinatown is basically from there in that direction for at least a kilometer, maybe a kilometer and a half along that direction.
Okay.
Between here and the music center, basically, is Chinatown, and then over that way for about a kilometer, right up against this freeway.
When I was at the
some places right along here, it's good stuff.
I like the location I was at when I was at the Women's March, kind of nearby the what's it called? That building? What is that? The Capitol building? Or
Well, yeah, I think that's the.
some government building.
Yeah, I think that's City Hall.
City Hall.
Or-
Yeah,
Yeah, and for the longest time, that was, by definition, the tallest building in downtown.
yeah. Oh,
And then when they released it, the skyline grew.
okay.
But right near it, it's the tallest.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of puny.
I wonder how good of a spot it would be over there without a big event going on. There's a subway there.
Yeah?
Might I want to scout that out at some point.
Yeah.
I really want to find a spot that's as good as El Prado.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, El Prado is the high bar to measure against.
Yeah.
I think right down there in the Civic Center might be Film LA territory.
Oh, yeah.
That might be a factor. Seemed like here nobody was concerned.
Yeah, we haven't had any issues here.
We came up and a lot of the workers that were mowing the lawns and everything else were right next to us, and they had nothing but smiles and hellos.
Yeah.
It's great stuff. Free water.
Maybe no.
Maybe no, you say.
Maybe you could use this tablet on the table, and you could use the front camera as a camera over there. We could do a scene where it's like this camera and this front camera, so people can see you and me on a scene instead of this camera. It's
Sure.
like this camera.
Oh, you mean put a camera facing backwards so I could stand here and
Yeah.
face the show?
Yeah.
I see. I could steal the guest camera.
Or still this one.
We'd have to set up something through FK so that he was routing it to something that we could select. And I think, whereas the guest camera, I could do that.
Maybe I'll have that as a iPad front facing camera option.
That we can do all that.
Yeah. And I'll just
Yeah.
use this one then. We'll just leave this here permanently, leave that there permanently.
Okay.
Or we could just, take it wherever.
Is this for the game thing?
No. Well, it's just for people to see people.
Free water.
Yes. Feel free. Yep.
Free water.
Thank you.
Yeah, lots of people. Yeah, I think the path around this whole park has a little bit more traffic. I don't know. Or maybe we should go near that other building where the parking is. Maybe people go to that parking a lot more.
Maybe. I don't know that one. I haven't been up there.
Okay.
I'll walk up there and whatever.
Can probably get the truck and temporarily park there for like 10 minutes. It should be fine. We can take everything over there.
Yeah, once we get it on the cart, I don't really care.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Just the cart going dunk-a-dunk-a-dunk. And I get real nervous about parking tickets. I get all twitchy.
Oh, man. Oh, Anthony's stopping. Hey, Anthony.
Hello, Anthony.
I don't see him in the live show. Are y'all in LA County right now by any chance?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
We are so in LA County. We're in LA City, and I can point right there is the we just called it Civic Center, City Hall.
City Hall. You can see the big what's that big building? U.S. Bank building.
Yeah, I think that's the tallest one over there.
Yeah, you can see that there. Oh,
this cluster of buildings over here are uphill from that other one.
Anthony just said they just issued stay-at-home orders.
Oh.
They just did that? When?
The what?
The what?
Tell me things.
Let me look at that.
That's the kind of thing that could make me shut the live stream down now and pack up and leave. I know they made a curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. unless you had like reason to be out. Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
This was updated a minute ago from some news website.
Okay.
Los Angeles County has issued a new safer-at-home order that places stricter limits on gatherings and occupancy at businesses, as well as closes playgrounds and card rooms. The new order, which takes effect Monday and will last at least until December 20th, comes as the county sees a disturbing surge in COVID-19 cases. All public and private gatherings with someone outside your own household are now prohibited.
Oh.
Exceptions are made for church services and protests protected by the Constitution. Is this
Reverend?
Is this not a peaceably assembly right here?
Reverend Nicewander?
Yes. We are practicing our
I am not going to push that
religion of Street Epistemology
no.
right now. Occupancy limits for certain places. Playgrounds, except those at childcare and schools, are closed. Card rooms are closed.
Well, that's indoors. I don't care about them.
Yeah. I don't see anything about public parks. All public
is
and
a
private
public gathering outside your household, though.
But someone outside your own household is now prohibited. I guess we're in a public gathering right now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Without being too specific, I think this does apply to us.
Shit.
Well, shit.
Guess I'll do more big screen VR then.
I guess so.
Hello.
Howdy.
Do you have time for an
Free
interview?
water. Okay, so I'll research that further. If it turns out to be what I just heard, I think that means we are not doing SE in the park for a month.
Yeah, probably. And then I'm going to be leaving mid-December until mid-January, late January.
Okay.
Oh well.
All right.
Had a good run.
We'll have another. We'll have more soon. I'll be back online a lot.
Yeah, you can start scheduling more stuff for Zoom or whatever, Discord.
Yeah. I know how to do it. We can do it. Have to get all focused on that thing.
Yeah.
That's strange. It might be that we could go to El Prado.
True.
Okay, we'll have to have a meeting about this, because that does seem a little weird.
I'm up for that. It's only like a 2-hour drive, right?
It's fine.
It's not that bad at all. I don't even really drive. I just autopilot.
Okay.
And that's pretty much open all the time? That park? I think it is, yeah.
I don't know.
That area.
We'll have to figure that out. Kimberly, we just got new information. Are you hearing us now? Were you hearing us the whole time?
No.
Los Angeles has just done a new level of lockdown that comes into effect on Monday. And the wording of it, if I'm not too tedious about it, does seem to cover us in that we're not going to
All public
Till-
and private gatherings with individuals not in your household are prohibited,
Okay, that's us.
Yep.
except for church services and protests.
We're not protests.
Can we
we're not
turn this
church.
into a protest?
We could become either one of them if we chose to, but I don't feel like trying to wiggle around rules like that.
Yeah.
I would be protesting that churches were trying to wiggle around it.
I say that's where you do some video reviews.
Yep. Lots of video reviews.
Teleconference, stay safe. Don't become part of the problem.
Yep. We want to err on the side of caution.
Yeah. I think this is safe though. Super outside, super ventilated. But that's fine.
Yep.
I'm up for that. Well, it's 4 o'clock anyway. We do have a little extra bit of sun space without the mountain of Echo Park.
Yes.
Yeah, not too many people are interested in coming up to the table here. We might not be in the best spot.
Yeah, I think we're not in the best spot for this park, but I'm also really not sure. I wish I had a better way to measure it.
Maybe hike up to that hill and look around.
Yeah.
Oh, there's kites and stuff. I see a kite.
Yes.
Chinese
I do
kite, I
too.
assume.
It's very celebratory and red looking.
We're a non-profit. Do we get the same status?
Oh, man. I am so annoyed that the Supreme Court ruled that churches are allowed to violate pandemic rules for religious freedom reasons. I think that is a ruling in favor of religion. That's my claim, and I'm sticking to it.
That's a ruling that churches don't need protection.
Something like that.
Viral protection somehow.
Moon.
It's either that or the long-term view, and the courts are hoping that churches will do away with themselves.
Oh.
I heard that recently in the Orthodox Jewish community in New York, 7 people died hooked to one 60-person marriage celebration. And 7 people died.
No masks were present.
No masks were present, shoulder to shoulder. Little super spreader event.
The one person on
it wasn't
Twitch
worth
is chatting with us.
Uh-huh.
They say, I really like what you guys are doing. Big fan of Let's Chat and Cordial Christianity channels.
Yay.
Sorry I can't support you guys financially, but COVID has
Oh, that's
inadvertently affected me. No worries. Thanks.
Yeah.
Did you guys get any interviews today so I can check the VOD? We did get a few. Maybe
We have 6.
6?
5? 6? 5. You haven't had your even one.
I had one in person.
You had one in person?
One? Just one?
I think you had 2.
Did I?
Because I think I had 3.
Climate change? What else?
I'm going to go look at it later.
I think I just talked with one person.
And Gigi probably actually knows immediately. She's probably been keeping notes.
A few. We got a few. Supreme Court, where's the SE conversation on it?
That was news that I heard. I actually read that today, I think.
It says the one person you hit who's a fan of the YouTube and also a Twitch user.
Ah.
Cool. Yeah, I wish I could convert my 14,000 subscribers over to a Twitch follower. I should probably just advertise I'm doing more Twitch stuff after each video.
So what's to keep us from taking the Twitch and snipping it and throwing it on YouTube?
It's a lower quality version of content I want on my YouTube channel.
Okay, so
this is for YouTube.
To do the YouTube, you'd want to pull the conversations from the
from the GoPros.
From the GoPros. Yeah.
With correctly mixed audio, with high def video. How do you guys stream to so many platforms from mobile?
We are streaming once in mobile into a streaming computer, and I'm going to switch headphones. So with mobile, we have 4 data accounts. The one from this camera, the one that's hosting Read, the one from the ultra wide, and there's also the iPad or that one that's running the wide. So we might be using either 3 or 4 data accounts, depending on the layout that we have on our cameras, to stream these camera feeds to a streaming computer that FK was operating and is set up in North Macedonia, just because it's a volunteer organization where they take you where you are. Not very selective for where you live. In any case, that's how we're doing the streaming, and then that streaming computer multiplies the streams into the multiple different places, as well as gives us all the control to switch between scenes and layouts with the texts and the symbols and the signs and those things. So that's how. FK magic.
Yeah, you guys say you stream to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Now we just do to Dolly's YouTube and my Twitch.
Yeah, we dropped the Periscope and the Facebook as they weren't getting significant views, and they were causing disproportionate extra headache.
Yeah, I want to funnel all my views over to Twitch anyway.
So what's the advantage of Twitch to you? Or to your channel?
It's another stream of monetization if I get to a certain threshold of viewership.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to use that as my main live streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
And YouTube for uploaded stuff. I may do live streams on YouTube as well if I get the game show thing working right.
Okay.
Good enough. So just another platform for that.
Okay.
Like I want to keep YouTube to high quality content.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the way we're doing the streaming, we definitely make a trade on quality, especially in terms of consistent quality. It's quite common that with a little bit of dropout, we get the rainbow puke effect, where part of the video then gets weirdly rainbowed, and because of the compression algorithm where it works, that will be retained through many, many, many frames until a keyframe comes along and cleans it all up, which might be as much as a minute or 2. So lots of trade-offs doing streaming over mobile. Starlink, bring us Starlink. I want Starlink. When do I want it? Well, as soon as I can have it.
Yeah. This would be a perfect place for it. It's clear sky.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We'd have to have a little, a couple of cones with a don't walk in front of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hit it with the soccer ball.
Right. Avoid soccer ball whackage. That's important. And also, not even a tree in the way. The frequency's way too high for that.
Oh, really?
It's using microwave frequencies up in the, I forget, but it's a factor of several higher than cell phone, and very, very directional, and can be influenced by free water, free speech.
Yeah.
If you're up for an interview, you can have my spot.
I'm okay, thank you.
Okay.
And on a mouse says, "Can I do an SE interview on Twitch?"
Yeah.
If you want, later on tonight, I'm going to be doing big screen VR. Do you have a VR headset and on a mouse and big screen, the app? I'll be streaming my sessions there. Negative. Okay. Well, if you join the Discord, the SE Discord,
Or grab my calendar, and I'll be happy to schedule a live stream with you in on a mouse.
do you have a link for that? There's no short link for that.
There is a short link.
He says, "I'm in the Discord. Would love to talk to juggling lessons sometimes." Yeah. So.
Yeah. Just hit me up on Discord. I will make sure you get the calendar, and if you have a particular day during the week, for the next 4 weeks, almost any day of the week will be fine. And I typically live stream at 1 p.m. on weekdays, Pacific time.
Okay.
So that's 4 p.m. Eastern time, for example.
Righto.
I just threw the calendar up.
Thank you. And next week you'll see that I have SE in the park scheduled, and that is officially going to be unscheduled, and those will be replaced with free slots throughout the week for live streams. We're going to go back into COVID mode for a month.
Okay, he says that he's Hawaii time.
Okay, was that 3 hours or 2? Different.
10 a.m. if I listen to that right.
Great.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. I'd so love to talk to you.
All right, do you want to do your outros?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll edit the calendar later.
Yes, outros. You happy outros. Oh, somebody's got a spoiler up there. What is this? Ha ha ha. The big question mark. That's fun. All right, people. Thank you for joining us for this last for a month, it looks like. Street Epistemology in the Park. I have been here today with Reed Guestwander. No, Reed Nicewander. This is a nice plug for Reed Guestwander. No, it's the other way around. Original Curiosity is the channel where I learned an awful lot of my street epistemology, and then last January I got to meet Reed and learned ever so much more. If you are unaware of Cordial Curiosity and you're aware of the stream, I don't understand what happened, but anyway, here it is. These are 5 of my favorite street epistemology related YouTube channels. You'll notice Cordial Curiosity is right there in the middle. I have a list of about 15 of them that are on my YouTube channel. If you are into this conversational method of street epistemology, my favorite place for you to go is streetepistemology.com, where they have selected a whole lot of what the community has put together and organized it in a nice, good way for everybody to reach it and see it. And it's got links to the Discord and links to the Facebook group and links to the blog where people submit stuff, and it's wonderful. And it's also got links to the SE podcast, which is also brought to you by Street Epistemology International. For those of you who like your street epistemology shoved directly in your ear without all this faffing about with video. So, thank you for coming to this event of vanilla street epistemology in the park. If you would like to be a guest on my show, you can see in the calendar, if you look in the description, you'll see a link to my calendar. And I would love to hear from you if you'd like to be a guest and speak to me and or Reed. We can make arrangements. If you specifically want to speak to Reed more than you want to speak to me, I can tolerate. I have a thick skin. I can it'd be okay. I won't be annoyed or anything. Anyway, so all I would ask is that you be articulate, polite, willing to show your face, and willing to speak on a topic relating to street epistemology. Maybe it's an example of street epistemology. Maybe it's us talking about, or about the about, how many ever levels of meta you want to get into. So, if you want to be a guest on my show, I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. Ending YouTube stream. Ending YouTube stream. End that stream. Refresh the controller. Maybe end the stream. I want to end the stream. Make the button work. End that stream.